welcome to RSA Recordings talking show. This is unbelievable news. We just heard from Jake that he's leaving Juventus after his disaster loss versus Cardiff FC. Jake, what are your words after this unbelievable loss versus Cardiff?
Well, I mean, for a club of Juventus' size and for a player of what I would say is a high standard, I just thought it was unacceptable, to be honest, because as good as Cardiff are for a Division Two team, we have to set a higher standard, and we can't be losing to teams when we're expected to win games like that. When we're trying to top our Champions League group and go far in the competition, it just simply wasn't good enough, really.
We're really shocked after this result. We never saw it coming. What happened and where did it go wrong? What happened to the communication that you guys just gave away the game? What happened?
Um, I'm really not sure because I did say to the team before the game, Cardiff are a good team. We remember what happened last week against Chelsea where we drew 2-2 with them. We really underestimated them and we made sure that we wouldn't make that mistake again. So I did warn the team before the game that we couldn't let that happen again. But for some reason, I don't know what it was, just the midfield, it wasn't really seeming to click. Even when they had a man sent off, we couldn't really create any concrete chances. So I mean, at that point, it's kind of just up to myself and Carla up top to create a bit of, to sort of, I guess, grab a goal through some individual brilliance. And there's only so much you can really do when it comes to that. So our only two goals, I guess, were a bit of luck and a bit of class on Carla's first goal.
Yeah, it's really shocking because everyone was thinking Juventus had a chance to actually win the Champions League. You guys have a great squad with a lot of rank access and stuff like that. And after seeing that match happen, we don't know what's going to happen with Juventus. Do you think this will get better, or is the hope lost for Juventus? What do you actually think about Juventus, or do you not care anymore after getting released?
I'm really not sure. I've been released recently. I've just joined Liverpool in the last few minutes. So, first of all, I'm happy to be joining them. But in terms of Juventus, I have tried to sort of leave them in a nice manner and I have wished them the best of luck for next season, obviously, or the rest of the season, I mean. But in terms of where they go from here, it's kind of up to the set of players they have now to really sort of switch on and do better going forward. Because as we've seen from the last game of the last game week against Chelsea, and then this week's two games against Inter and Cardiff, it really wasn't good enough. So I've been doing my best to demand more from the players and really see them become a bit better, as it was at Bayern last season, where we had some newer players like Erdozor, Ziyech, and Core MP. I always tended to demand a lot from them players, and they really did show me what they could do. So I was very happy with them. But this group of Juventus players at the moment, I don't feel like they have the same mentality and that will to want to get better. So it really is up to them. I don't think there's that much the manager can do. It's more in the actual players and their mentality to get better. If they want to get better, then I'm sure they can, and I see no reason why they can't bounce back from this.
Oh, so you just joined Liverpool FC. Congratulations on your move to Liverpool FC. Um, do you have any words for your former manager Ariel? Because I don't think the relationship was really good with you and him. Do you have any words for him left?
Um, I did offer him my advice when I was about to leave the club, and I was sort of telling him what he should do if he really wants to have this sort of group of players be a bit better going forward. But I wouldn't say it was a bad relationship, but it wasn't a good relationship compared to the likes of Jeff last season at Bayern. That really did go well because he was always a manager that he never questioned my ability. He always sort of took my performances at face value and then saw what we could do better. So he was a very good man manager, I guess, in terms of he knew how to deal with every single player individually. But I feel like Ariel is more of he prefers to manage the entire group rather than trying to improve every individual player. So they do kind of have different types of management styles. So I think if Ariel is able to improve his individual ability when it comes to managing players, then it should be a good fit for the rest of the players in the squad now. But it didn't seem to work for me compared to last season, so I guess that's why I had to leave the club in the end.
It's really shocking because we really thought that Juventus will bounce back. But now that you joined Liverpool FC, um, what is your aim with the club? What do you expect from them? What is different? Why did you join them actually?
Well, I suppose the manager Est, I've always had a good relationship with him and Rez since I started playing this league in season 9. So a manager like him, I feel like with his support behind me and the rest of the squad, obviously being very talented with the likes of Ninji and Peng, and even the newer players like Saliba or Awesome Brothers at the back. Players like him, it's definitely a good enough squad to go far in the Champions League, and especially to compete at the top of the Premier League. So my aim personally has always been to win a Champions League, but we'll see how it goes, I guess. But I know the talent's there.
Well, the thing is with Liverpool, they underestimated Chelsea too, just like Juventus did. But uh, like, what do you see differently then? Because Liverpool was about to disband, so what do you expect from them then? Because if they already tried to disband after one draw, what do you think will make them stay together then?
I guess when I've been in teams previously, like the likes of Bayern and Juventus, I've always been the sort of player who likes to lead in the squad. I have been made the captain of Liverpool despite just signing for the team, so I hope that I can kind of build more of a togetherness in the squad and be able to have a bit more unity in the team to help us going forward. So if I can kind of create a bit of a team spirit where every player is able to trust each other, then I see no reason why we should have problems like that going forward.
Okay, so this was really a shocking moment to happen because no one expected you to leave that quickly from Juventus. We really hope you do the best in Liverpool, and we hope you can get a better squad than what happened in Juventus. Um, yeah, we actually wish you all the best and luck in Liverpool, and we thank you for being here and having this conversation about this. Yeah, this shocking moment.
Thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure, Jen.
Yeah, it was nice to have you. Really, it was a nice talk. See you next time, I guess.
All right, take care, guys.